guys, welcome back. Hope everyone's having a great day today. Today I have a completely drugstore, from brushes to absolutely everything I use to apply the makeup and everything I put on my face, drugstore. I think there is one ColourPop item, but I consider that drugstore because of the price point. Everything's absolutely drugstore, and it's just a quick and easy fall look, completely drugstore. So I'm going to kind of cut out some of the video because I ended up, when I was actually doing my eyeliner and going underneath with one of the brown shadows, like you literally just saw like the top of my head. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that out. So you didn't miss much, but just putting eyeliner on, because I did do the lipstick and the mascara off camera. I will list everything that I used down below. And also the other thing that was out of focus or didn't show up was which shadows I was using. So let me just go ahead and show you now, because they don't have names. If I can get these things open. I used mostly L'Oreal's La Palette Nude 2. But I did use one from La Palette Nude, or maybe two from La Palette Nude 1. This is the finished look. So I think it turned out pretty good. I was kind of struggling a bit, and you'll see that in the video. So basically, whoops, there went the brush. I used, this was all over. This is La Palette Nude 2. This was the lid color here, the very first light color. And then second to last here was my crease plum color, and then I tried to kind of lighten it up and blend it out a little bit with this one. And let's see, and under my eyes I did this brown color here in the middle of the palette. And there's the only thing I don't like about the Nude 2, there's no brow highlight. There goes the brushes again. So I used this first one in La Palette Nude 1 to highlight under the brow, and then I thought I just needed a little bit of some chocolate color, so I went in with this guy here and kind of just blended over that plum just a little bit, because as you'll see in the video, I just have not been able to find a very good dupe. Like I used all drugstore brushes, and I just don't have a good crease brush, and so it was just not turning out well. I ended up making it blend out and look okay, but the brushes that I have, most of them were e.l.f. They're great brushes, none of them really work that well to me for the crease, so that was kind of a problem. But anyways, if you want to see how I achieved this look, go ahead and keep watching, and I'll list everything down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye. Okay, let's get started. Waving at you guys. First off, I'm using the foundation L'Oreal True Match Lumi with my e.l.f. I'll list it down below. I can't remember the specific name. It was in one of my videos. It's like the e.l.f. blurring or something like that brush. And that is, what color am I? Let's see, I wrote it down here. I am in the color N1-2 Soft Ivory in the True Match L'Oreal Lumi Foundation, dotting that around my face. And I should have wore my sweat into the oldie sweatband, but I thought my hair was wet, so it should be staying under control, but of course it didn't. And I'm just dotting that around with the brush and then blending it in as I normally do with any foundation. And again, I am using all drugstore, everything, foundation, brushes, everything I'm doing is drugstore. So I'm trying to do an inexpensive look that somebody can create for obviously not much money. And again, let me just preface this by saying I am absolutely no makeup artist. This is how I do my makeup. It is not perfect, but it's how I get it done. I don't do a great job putting it on, but I end up trying to blend it out as best I can so it looks decent. But again, I'm no makeup artist. This is just simply how I put my makeup on, and you're getting ready with me while I chit-chat. Still blending that in, going down the chin so I don't have any harsh lines. I like to go over the eyes as well. You can see the glow that foundation has, but I feel like it's not as glowy as the tutorial I did with the It Cosmetics CC cream. I think that's just, you could really see the glow in that. Okay, Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. Going in under the eyes, I'm using Fair. This is my absolute favorite drugstore concealer, guys. I don't use it every day, but when I do, I feel like it does hold up just as well as some of my other lighter concealers. And I'm using an e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush to put that on under the eyes there. This is a very nice soft brush to put concealer on with. Blending out with my finger a little bit. But anyway, so this concealer is really great. I really like it. I feel like it's a lot like my NARS Creamy Concealer in consistency, and I feel like it holds up pretty well. I will get some creasing towards the end of the day, especially if I don't set it, and even sometimes when I do set it. But for a drugstore foundation, I feel like it works fairly well. I like the finish of it. I feel like it covers pretty well. it's just an overall great concealer, so I really enjoy that one. And I'm just kind of blending that out a little more with my finger there too. Can't help but use my fingers a little bit here and there. Still blending, and I had some extra on my fingers, so I went ahead and just went on top of my eyes just to blend out any pink coloring in my eyes. And just getting in there to make sure it's all completely blended out. Okay, looking for something else, looking for something else. All right, there's my e.l.f. under eye setting. I think it's HD under eye setting powder. And I'm going in with the e.l.f. blush brush. I use that sometimes for blush, and I'm using that for the under eye powder right now, but you can also use it. It's got a pointed edge, so you can also use it. It's really good to kind of get a little bit of a contour in there if you're contouring, so just something else you can do with that brush, guys. But I am using it, making funny faces because you can't see my mouth was open. My mouth's always open. I'm not talking, I'm holding it open while I do my makeup, y'all. Okay, I say y'all a lot because I grew up in southern Mississippi, and I never broke that habit. Okay, going in with the CoverGirl pressed powder. It's one of those, I think it's the Smoothers powder. I'll link everything down below. And I believe it is in translucent light. And I'm using my Real Techniques fluffy powder brush to put that on there. And I just like to set all over. I am not just a T-zone setter. Sometimes I will just set the T-zone, but I like an all over setting powder. That's just how I've always been, and I don't think I'll ever change. Okay, looking around some more here. What am I doing? Not CoverGirl, ColourPop blush in Birthday Suit. And I'm going in with my e.l.f. small stippling brush. I find this applies it very great. Smiling for you guys there, just putting that on the apples of my cheeks. This I feel like is a very neutral blush when I'm doing kind of a fall look. I don't want to take away from it with like a darker purple look with a heavy blush. So if I do kind of a bolder eye, to me, pinks and stuff, purples are bolder because I'm usually a neutral girl with browns. So then I just want to do kind of a natural, little bit of a flushed look to my face. Anything left over on it, I am going up the cheekbone with, but there wasn't much left over. I was mostly putting on the apples of my cheeks. Okay, now we are going in with the e.l.f. blending brush using my Wet n Wild contour palette in Dulce leche, just using that bronzer color, and it is extremely powdery, so I had to kind of turn around so it wouldn't get all over me. Just kind of running that into the hollows of my cheeks a little bit, blending it upward, not really trying to contour, just kind of getting some color to my face. And I keep turning around because, again, I said that stuff's so crazy powdery, and you kind of have to, I didn't want to get a mess on my desk. Be careful with it. Getting it just all around the outer edges of my face, down my chin, and I did, as you saw already, in the hollows of my cheeks, just for a little bit of color. That's a really nice, lovely soft brush. It's one of the more expensive of the e.l.f. brushes, but it works really well. Okay, don't know what I'm doing now. Getting the little e.l.f. fan brush, and I'm going into my Physicians Formula, what is that called? It's their highlighter. It's one of my favorite drugstore highlighters. And I think it's in translucent pearl is the color. I'll link everything down below, again, for the 5 millionth time. And I'm just stamping that on there into the, onto my cheekbones there, just for a little bit of a glow. And unfortunately, this camera does not pick it up, but it is looking rather nice in person. Still putting that on there. It's a really great highlight for a drugstore. It's one of my favorites. And it's just kind of a really neutral color. I think anybody could pull it off, especially us fair-skinned girls. Looking. That's a really old brush. I don't even know, y'all. It's like from Walmart or something. I just brush out my brows before I apply my brow mascara. And I'm going to apply the NYX brow mascara in brunette. Quick, easy. I like it. I like the Benefit Gimme Brow as well, but I've tried both now, and I can honestly tell you, you can save your money and get this. The Benefit Gimme Brow is also a great product, but I feel like this is just as great for a whole lot less money out of your wallet. So I think you should save the money for something else and just get this because it works really great. I need to see if I can find a dupe to my Anastasia Brow Wiz, because I do love that for a quick brow. I guess you don't call it highlight, coloring in my brows, I guess. And I'm finally getting my one brow to kind of grow back in a little bit. I haven't been trimming those much because I'm trying to get it to grow back in since I accidentally cut a little bit too much off there. Okay, what am I doing now? Looking around. NYX Proof It. Gonna prime my eyelids there, get ready for some shadow. I really like this stuff. Keeps my shadow on like crazy. The only thing, I feel like it is a little more sticky than my Urban Decay. like as far as like when I go to put my shadows on, I feel like my eyes are tugging a little more. They're just not gliding on as easy. Although when you use any primer, I feel like that happens. I feel like it happens a little more so with this than with some of my other primers. But it does hold on to my shadow, and that's more of what I'm looking for in a primer, is if it's going to get the pigment to really show up, and if it's going to hold on to my shadows all day long. Okay, going in with La Palette Nude number 2. That's kind of the purple and taupey colored one. And I can't get it open, so. Okay, let's see. I'm doing something here. I must be looking for a brush or something. Love the clip in the back of my hair. Okay, going in with the e.l.f. I believe that is the e.l.f. contour. It's like almost a smudge brush is what it looks like. The only problem I'm having here, you see how choppy that's going on? It's not blending well. Couldn't keep my mouth closed. It's not blending well. Not a good choice of brushes for me to use with this. I was not liking this. Do you see all that tugging happening? It's like tugging even more. If I had my 217, it wouldn't tug, and that's my favorite, is my MAC 217, but I was doing an all drugstore look, and I wanted to use all drugstore brushes for you guys. I ended up blending this look out and made it work, but I was not pleased with the application of this brush, as you can tell with that face I just made. So I believe, I'll link everything down below, but I'm pretty sure that was the e.l.f. crease contour, or just contour brush or something. I don't know if it was meant for the eyes. I don't really know, but I use it for the eyes, sometimes in the crease there, but I wasn't liking it. So then I grabbed the eyeshadow C brush from e.l.f., I believe is what it was called, just to kind of go in there and try to blend that out a little bit, because it was blending much better than that little pointier brush that I was using that I thought would get in the crease. So I'm trying to kind of blend it out, because I felt like it really kind of got a little harsh in my eyes there. So not sure about that. I think I'm going in with like that lighter pink color, as I showed you in the beginning here, just to kind of go over that a little bit, to kind of smooth out any rough edges that I might have caused with that jacked up brush that I used. Now, as you can see in that lid, like, it just didn't get as smooth as I would like, so I'll eventually fix that. Don't worry, it'll come out okay. Don't freak out, guys. Keep watching. Don't freak out just yet. I'm gonna handle this. So you could probably hear a dog snoring in the background, because the dogs are with me while I'm recording this. And yeah, there's a snorer back there. So sorry if you hear that, guys. Still blending this out with that lighter color. See right there, I just wasn't very pleased with that little bit there. So I went back in with that other brush and I was trying to kind of smooth it out just a little bit, because I felt like it just was a little too harsh right there. So I think I added a little more to kind of, there was like a line or something. I think that's what I was doing, adding just a little more. But do you see the tugging? Like, I just don't like that brush for the crease at all. I'm going to have to find a good drugstore crease brush. Please link down, or not link, but comment down below what you guys have found is an amazing drugstore price point crease brush. It doesn't have to be drugstore, but it could be like online and a good price point, because these e.l.f. ones are, you know, pretty decent brushes. That's what I always buy for a drugstore brush. But man, that one's just, I'm not finding a good one for the eyes yet for the crease. So anyway, still stamping on that kind of plummy, dark, purpley color. And I did show all these colors in the beginning of which ones I use. So not going to go over that again and beat a dead horse. Still stamping that on, that's kind of my outer V shade. I'm just kind of stamping it on the outer part of my lid and going into the crease a little bit with that. I want it a little bit darker on the edges, and I'm just blending out again with that e.l.f. C brush there, looking around, what do I got? Okay, now I've got the little flat brush. It actually says it's concealer, but I use it for a lid. It's a thin little flat shadow brush is what it looks like. Going in with that light first color there, all over the lid, stamping that on there. I think it does say e.l.f. says it's a concealer brush on the brush, but it looks like a flat shadow brush to me, like the MAC shadow brush. So that's what I use it for. I don't know if it's meant for that, but you know, it works, so whatevs. Still stamping that color all over there, all over the lid, just kind of evening everything out. I've got to figure out a way to like fast forward these or something, or maybe just have one eye done already, because I feel like they get so long. You're probably sick of listening to me and watching me put my makeup on. Okay, still putting that lid color. Not sure what I want to do. Still not happy with the look. Thinking. I brought the LA Palette Nude one with me because I used that first color there for a brow highlight, because unfortunately the second one did not come with one. So I'm going to get that out to put the brow highlight on. And there we go. I'm applying that brow highlight, guys. So that's the only thing I do not like, is that this second one does not have a brow highlight. But Deciding. I'm thinking I want to do something else. Okay, so I'm adding that kind of brown color into the crease because I felt like I just needed something, because I just wanted to kind of blend that out a little more with another darker color, not just that light pink. So I just kind of added some brown just for a little more definition. Wasn't planning on it, but it happened. Things happen. This is real life, guys. Started filming, wasn't liking the brushes or the way it was turning out, so yeah, it changed. So yeah, real life, people, real life. Okay, still putting that on there. Checking things out. Still kind of blending with that C brush. Seeing what I think, looking around the palette. Do I want anything else? I don't know. I'm looking. Let's see. Oh, wait, I'm getting something. What am I getting? Going back to this number 2 palette. Let's see here. Going back in just a little more of that lid color just to make sure it's nice and shiny, because it's kind of a really pretty pearlized color. I really like these palettes though, FYI. They're really great palettes. Wasn't a fan of the Maybelline palettes, but these L'Oreal palettes, great palettes. Just blending in with that light pink just to get any harsh edges off there just in case they were. Yeah, I like it. It's okay. It'll do. Okay, now I think I'm headed towards the lining now, which is where I completely messed up and got out of focus. So, or not out of focus, but out of frame. So, thank you for watching, guys. It was lovely having you to watch as usual. I'm about to go under the eyes with that dark brown color, and my head is all you're going to see. So, I'm going to end it at this point. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope everybody has a fantastic day. Bye, guys.